Right, so today we're going to make some muffins. You can make banana muffins if you wish to. Banana muffins are a little bit different. You need a little bit less milk and you need to mash the bananas in the bowl before you, in a bowl separately, or you can do them in the same bowl and just put the ingredients on top. So, but today I'm going to use some strawberries. Now these were just frozen strawberries in my freezer that I wanted to get use up, so that's why I'm using these. It's good to stick to things that are in season. Blueberries are really good in muffins, and blackberries, things like that, anything like that. So the soft fruits are really good in the muffins, they cook really nicely. And banana obviously, because that mashes up quite well. So I'm going to start with some plain flour, and into my plain flour I'm going to put 75 grams of caster sugar, and I'm going to put some baking powder in there. Now baking powder is a raising agent. You need to be careful when using baking powder. Don't overdo the baking powder because it gives it quite a bit of a soapy taste to it. So just make sure that you just put in the quantities that you need of the baking powder. Okay, so I'm going to put some 2 teaspoons of baking powder, no more than that. That's my dry ingredients, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my wet ingredients to that. So I've got 180 millilitres of milk there, and you can use any milk, that's fine. And I'm also going to add to that 60 millilitres of any cooking oil. Olive oil sometimes gives it a bit of a strange taste. So things like sunflower oil or nut oils are really good for this recipe. But it doesn't matter if olive oil is the only thing that you've got. And I'm going to put 1 egg into that. So just need to beat 1 egg into that mixture. And that mixture all goes together in a jug like that. Just mix that up. I'm going to throw my fruit in at this stage into here, and then I'm just going to pour, just give that a little whisk so the egg is broken up and denatured. I'm just going to pour that all into my ingredients, and then I'm just going to mix that in to make, it's kind of like a batter that it makes, and it will depend on how wet or gloopy your batter is, depending the ingredients that you've used and the types of fruits. If you use banana, it's a very wet batter. Some of the, if your fruit's quite squishy, it'll make the batter a lot more gooey. So you just mix that in. You don't want any lumps, so just give that a mix. Just getting rid of any lumps in there. Okay, I wanted my fruit to mash up a little bit. I cut it up already. But if you want whole, you know, if it's blueberries and you want to keep them whole, then what you want to do is maybe add them after you've made your batter. Plus mine were frozen, so I just wanted to break them up a bit. It's a very good alternative if you want to use frozen fruits, if you're finding that the fruit that you want is out of season. But it always is good to try and stick to things that are in season and that are plentiful in the shops. Keeps the costs down, and always thinking about those air miles as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the ingredients back into a jug, because as you can see, this ingredients is quite runny. So to get that into some cupcake cases, that's muffin cases, sorry, that's going to be quite difficult if you are just trying to get it in with a spoon. So I use a jug, and what I'm going to do is you really want to fill these cases up to just over 3/4 full. So, because the muffins, when they're cooked, they do rise slightly over the muffin cases, but that's what you want to happen. So don't be afraid to fill your cases up. And this mixture will make probably between 6 to 8. It depends how much fruit you've used. I've used 100 grams of fruit for this. and I reckon I'll probably get about 8 out of this. But make sure, as I said, that your cases are all full up. Make sure they're filled up evenly as well. You don't want some cases more filled than others. It's better to do 7 than 8 and have 2 really small ones, because obviously it depends then on how long you cook them. So if you've got some that have got less in the cases than others, what you'll find is that you'll have some cooking before the others are ready. So try and evenly distribute your mixture into your cases. Try not to go over or spill any of the batter, because that makes it harder to actually wash up your trays at the end of the day. And then all you need to do is, once you've filled those, you can just pop those into the oven. You can see mine are quite filled, and then you just put them into quite a hot oven, 190, and let's guess about 5, and you'll put them in there for about 20 minutes. Okay, and here's some I've made earlier. As you can see, they do rise over the top of the cases, but as I said, that is a desired effect, so you do want that to happen. Hope you enjoy your muffins and enjoy making them. Thank you.